Have you ever stopped to wonder if everything we believed about the Warriors' future was being quietly unraveled behind our very eyes? What if a decision so bold, so unexpected, is already in motion and will redefine what we know about strength in numbers at the Chase Center? Could it be that the smile of a franchise icon has been masking a gamble that might cost or catapult this dynasty beyond our wildest dreams? Welcome back to Warriors News Fan Report, where myths are busted, rumors are unraveled, and the biggest NBA whispers become our daily obsession. Today, we're diving headfirst into the electrifying speculation that John Collins is confirmed in Golden State. Smash that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. The chatter first ignited where whispers emerged that the Warriors front office has set its sights on John Collins, the 6'9" power forward whose knack for scoring around the rim and drilling corner threes turned heads all the way in Atlanta and, more recently, in Utah. Imagine the possibilities: Collins' silky mid-range jumper and relentless energy on the boards, complementing Stephen Curry's gravity and Jimmy Butler's fierce competitiveness. But instead of unveiling this blockbuster at a press conference, the organization chose to fan the flames in hushed conversations and strategic leaks. And now, the rumor mill is spinning out of control. It's said that this maneuver could take the form of a sign-and trade, sending Jonathan Kuminga to Utah in exchange for Collins' expiring contract. That kind of swap does more than balance the books. It shakes the foundation. Kuminga, with his explosive athleticism and high upside potential, has been viewed as a cornerstone for the Warriors' next era. Could the loss of his raw talent be the price of buying stability and instant scoring punch? Some insiders believe that Golden State's brass-decided veteran reliability outweighs developmental uncertainty after watching their season end prematurely in the Western Conference semis. Perhaps they're betting that Collins' proven track record can push them further than another year of growing pains. Let's break down the on-court magic Collins brings. Last season, he averaged nearly 19 points and over 8 rebounds per game, shooting above 40% from three. But it's the context that truly dazzles. In pick-and-pop scenarios, he has the footwork of a veteran point guard, creating space and sinking clutch jumpers. On the glass, he crashes with the tenacity of Draymond Green in his prime, disrupting opponents and igniting fast breaks. Pair that with Curry's unparalleled off-ball movement, and suddenly defenses must choose: hedge hard on the screen or risk leaving Collins open at the arc. Could this dual threat finally restore the spacing that once made Golden State's offense legendary? History reminds us that the Warriors built their dynasty on the fusion of sharpshooting, versatility, and defensive swagger. From the death lineup that suffocated opponents with small ball brilliance, to the gravitational pull Curry's shots created, every championship run has hinged on tactical innovation. Is it possible that adding Collins, who has matured into one of the league's most efficient frontcourt scorers, signals a return to that fearless experimentation? Or might it represent a concession that the era of five-out dominance requires a new prototype, one blending veteran savvy with modern spacing? Across the league, reactions have been electric. Beat reporters in the Bay Area are already drafting storylines of a revamped Warriors identity, one less reliant on transition chaos and more focused on structured pick-and-pop excellence. Fans on Twitter and Instagram are split. Some chant, "Win now," and applaud the idea of immediate firepower, while others lament giving up on Kuminga's physical gifts. Could this be the crucible moment where loyalty to potential clashes head-on with a hunger for immediate glory? Meanwhile, rival executives are sharpening their pencils, studying how this move would shift the balance of power in the West. The Suns, Lakers, Timberwolves, they all must now consider how to counter a rotation featuring Curry, Butler, Thompson, Green, and Collins. Could their lineups look less like a conventional big squad and more like a chessboard, where every piece moves fluidly, striking where defenses are weakest? Some insiders believe that pairing Collins with Curry's gravity could trigger a renaissance of motion offense nationwide, inspiring a league-wide tactical pivot. On social media, fan communities have exploded with picture edits of Collins in a Warriors jersey, and bets on his jersey number have become a low-stakes obsession. Remember how last season's mid-year trade completely altered locker room chemistry? Now, everyone's wondering, will Collins' calm confidence gel with this group's culture? Will the veteran's veteran presence and all-star in his own right bolster leadership, or clash with the laid-back camaraderie that made this team so unique? Could a superstar frontcourt trio finally push Golden State over the hump, or will It tipped the balance toward too many cooks in the kitchen. Let's not overlook the psychological dimension. For Curry, a new frontcourt partner with scoring heft could relieve the scoring burden he bore in late-game situations. For Butler, known for his two-way tenacity, adding a reliable catch-and-shoot threat might unlock fresh offensive wrinkles and guard matchup nightmares. And for Klay Thompson, freed from the occasional defensive mismatch guarding bigger opponents, could he rediscover the silky three-point touch that once defined him? Some insiders believe this domino effect could create a tidal wave of confidence, restoring Golden State's aura of invincibility. But the biggest question remains, if this all comes to fruition, what does it mean for the future? Could this be the final piece that transforms a talented core into an unstoppable title contender? Or might it mark the end of an era, a last-ditch bid to claim the championship glory before Father Time inevitably catches up? Some longtime Warriors followers whisper that the franchise's soul lies in its loyalty. The homegrown heroes that swapping team favorites challenge that sacred bond. Fans are wondering if this is the beginning of a bold new chapter or a desperate gamble that risks more than just wins and losses. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Warriors supporter, I believe that bringing in John Collins could be the spark we need. His blend of shooting, size, and seasoned poise feels tailor-made for our style of play. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you're as hyped as I am for Warriors News Fan Report, smash that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the drama in blue and gold. Picking up right where we left off, the fallout from this blockbuster John Collins deal is rippling through every corner of the NBA, and the most intriguing question on every fan's lips is, what kind of chemistry will Stephen Curry and John Collins forge from day one? Imagine Curry's pinpoint gravity drawing defenders into a collapse. That leaves Collins unfettered for that silky mid-range turnaround or spotting up at the corner arc. Could this pairing become the ultimate yin and yang? Curry's lightning quick creation and Collins' brute force finishing forming a dual threat that defenses simply cannot guard? Some insiders believe that Collins' savvy footwork and Curry's fearless pull-up game will spark an offensive renaissance so potent that opposing coaches will spend all night sketching defensive adjustments that never seem to work. But let's dive deeper. How will this move ripple through Golden State's existing rotation? Jonathan Kuminga, whose raw athletic upside once had every scalp drooling, suddenly finds his minutes trimmed. Expect veteran savvy to edge out youthful exuberance as Collins slides into that coveted power forward slot. And Drew Wiggins might also see fewer run and gun opportunities, while Moses Moody and Brandon Pajimski could be pressed into expanded secondary roles tasked with keeping the heat on from beyond the arc when defenses collapse on Collins. And don't overlook Bronny James. If he cracks the rotation, he'll be a dynamic conduit in transition, feeding off Curry's gravity and Collins' crash-the-glass mentality. Is it possible that this redistribution of minutes creates a perfectly balanced juggernaut, capable of weathering any lineup matchup? Or will it sow discord, leaving young prospects feeling squeezed out of their development arc? Now consider Draymond Green standing in this equation. With Collins in tow, does the veteran point forward return to his disruptive defensive anchor position, or does he toil as a bench spark plug, giving Coach Kerr newfound options for mismatch hunting? Some insiders believe that Golden State's brass is already toying with staggered lineups, Curry, Collins, and Green sharing the floor in small ball rotations, then pivoting to a big lineup with Looney and Collins to buttress the paint in playoff grind games. Could this strategic chess match between small ball swagger and old school size be the tactical asset that propels the Warriors past juggernauts like Denver and Minnesota? Speaking of rivals, the murmurs in Denver's locker room are electric. Nuggets coaches are recalibrating their scouting reports, poring over tape to anticipate how to contain Collins' off-screen curls and Curry's patented crossover. Over in Oklahoma City, the Thunder faithful are bracing for a litmus test. Can Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's speed and agility expose this retooled Warriors squad in transition? And in Los Angeles, the Clippers are plotting whether to double-team Curry at the expense of leaving Kawhi Leonard in single coverage, or gamble on Collins' less ballish defense and error that could cost them dearly. Fans are wondering if this realignment of power marks a seismic shift in Western Conference pecking order, or if early regular season matchups will expose cracks before the playoff gauntlet even begins. Statistically speaking, let's unpack the data. Last playoffs, The Warriors' offense dipped from a top 3 rating in 2024 to a middling 8th in high leverage minutes, largely due to a lack of consistent pick-and-pop execution. Enter Collins, who last season converted 42% of his jumpers in those exact scenarios with Utah numbers that rank in the 90th percentile league-wide. Meanwhile, his 8.5 defensive rebound rate could snatch extra possessions at a clip the Warriors sorely missed when Draymond spent so much time in the scorebook. Could this statistical alchemy correct the very metrics that haunted Golden State's late-season slide? Off the court, the emotional temperature is soaring. Tweets from former Warriors champions like Andre Iguodala pour nostalgia and excitement onto the rumor if John's arrival signals a new era of Splash Bros Plus. Count me in, reads one viral post. Warriors have traded barbs over network segments, debating whether this is a savvy veteran infusion or a sign that the franchise is panicking after a single playoff stumble. Even Michael Jordan's go-to-move, the cheeky emoji reaction that fans had dissected frame by frame, trying to divine implied endorsements or silent warnings on fan forums. The stakes feel monumentally personal. Season ticket holders in Oakland reminisce about the glory days when Curry, Thompson, and Green ruled the court, and some fret this Collins chapter could overshadow homegrown legends. Others chant win now, ready to trade nostalgia for another championship banner before Father Time catches up. The emotional tug-of-war between loyalty to youth and hunger for immediate success has never felt more dramatic. Could this be the moment when Dub Nation rallies behind a new hero? Or will it fracture the communal spirit that turned the Bay into a basketball mecca strategically? The playoffs loom as the ultimate proving ground, with Collins complementing Curry's gravity and Butler's mid-range mastery. Lineups become nightmares for switching defenses. Picture a first-round showdown, Curry running a pick-and-pop drill that punishes hedging bigs, Collins spotting up in the corner with a shooting clip that mirrors Klay Thompson at his peak, and Draymond orchestrating chaos from the weak side. Could this triumvirate become the most feared attack the league has ever seen in a 7-game series? Some insiders believe that this blueprint was scribbled on Steve Kerr's whiteboard months ago, with every possession choreographed for maximum spacing and relentless pressure. But the bigger question transcends wins and losses. What does this move signal about the franchise's identity? Golden State built its dynasty on daring experimentation, small ball pioneers, positionless basketball, gravity-driven offense. Is the Collins addition the next evolutionary leap or a concession to traditional front-court power? Is it possible? The Warriors are writing a new playbook that balances the spectacle of shootouts with the reliability of interior finishing. Fans are wondering if this could be the turning point that redefines modern basketball for years to come. So here we stand, on the brink of either a dazzling offensive revolution or a high-stakes experiment that could backfire spectacularly. Is this bold enough to bring another banner to Chase Center? Personally, as a ride-or-die member of Dub Nation, I believe the John Collins infusion is exactly the jolt this roster needed. His blend of size, shooting, and veteran poise feels tailor-made for our championship DNA. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report so you never miss another explosive update.